folks, I'm doing another late night video for you guys because I figured you guys have been wanting a hammer build for quite some time. Now, for the most part, I haven't really made many hammer builds because a lot of them require a little bit more knowledge than you might think. The main reason for this is due to the slower swing speed of the hammer, which makes them difficult for most slayers. Fair enough. Now, I'm going to explain to you the principle behind this hammer build I constructed and tested, which you may have seen on my stream. Alright, it is a little bit odd because it makes use not only of the, Rage Hunter cells, but also because it's got 3 defensive cells, which sounds like it's going to sap into your attack a lot, but, well, when you actually see it in action, it can be pretty cool. Alright, so check it out. Sanity check, which is from Thrax. Thrax will be your legendary. Rage Hunter cell, Toughness cell. Okay? Mighty Landbreaker will be your special, standard. Extended clip for your mod. Okay, standard. You can go for Turbine Trigger. I do not recommend it. Alright? It's genuinely up to you, but I do not recommend Turbine Trigger. I prefer Extended Clip, but you can try Turbine Trigger if you feel that's good for you. Stalker's Price will be your hammer of choice. Will be your bond of choice, sorry. This is from the Riftstalker. And the amount that it can boost you is pretty significant. Your Omnicell is going to be Tempest to compensate for the slower swing speed of the hammer. Okay? And I'm going to disable my webcam for the rest. Alright. Your Lantern will be Skarn's Defiance. Etheric Attunement cell here. It's just like, this is like a filler. Agaric Canopy with the Toughness cell here. Okay. Scravewing Jacket with Adrenaline cell. Boreal Might with a Rage Hunter cell. And Volcanic Treads with a Berserker cell. Why does it seem so mishmashed? I'll explain. Number 1. Adrenaline. Every time you prime your hammer, you're going to sap stamina. This means you'll be dealing more damage with adrenaline. So, hammers always tend to make use of adrenaline. Rage Hunter. The second the behemoth gets enraged, and it's very quick with the hammer, your Rage Hunter kicks in 40% more damage. Tenacious. With this build, you've got 450 hit points. That's a 28% bonus damage from Tenacious, as long as you maintain it. Toughness. Since you don't have any actual healing in this build, Toughness and Parasitic are basically your only source of restoring yourself. The shield is to sort of buffer that so that you can enjoy the additional health steal. Now, is this really necessary? I say yes. Why? Because this was not designed with Predator in mind, and I find that the hammer is too slow that a lot of people take hits, especially if they're not playing something like Discipline or Revenant. So honestly, this feels better for me. This is why, like I said, again, it seems very odd to have 3 defensive cells, which normally I go by the principle of max 2, but 3 actually works in this case. The 2 maximum is designed so that you can have more offensive cells. But just wait and see it in the combat showcase. I was surprised myself. Etheric Attunement for the Lantern. You already understand this cell, so it shouldn't need any explanation, but, cools down your Lantern faster. Assassin's Frenzy comes with the Riftstalker bond. You cannot change this, alright? You break a behemoth part, you get 15% attack speed for 20 seconds. Helps out a lot. Berserker. 20% bonus damage as long as you're whacking, and hammers are combo weapons, which is why Berserker is okay on them. While it's generally not used on the axe, on the hammer, it actually does decently. And Parasitic will be your only source of healing, combined with Toughness. Alright? Okay. So, this is where it's going to get funky. Now, I mentioned to you guys... Oh, who's this? I'm so sorry. I only add channel members, so you have to be a channel member before you add me. I do apologize for that. Now, this is where it's going to get funky-dunky. I'm actually going to show you how this fights in actual combat. So, you know what? Coal Runner Key has a lot of annoying behemoths, so we'll go to Snowblind Waste. It's a bit over my level, but, well, just see it in action. Alright, while we go there, let me also go to our thank you scene. Thank you to our current Throne of Honor, Death Dawning 982, Plus Ultra Member, Drago, Joshua Moritz, Don't Mind Me, Stephen Martin, Old Mr. Cream Puff, Jerry Fast, Logan Schwartz, Ditorius Venom, The Forgotten, Nate the Great, and Zach NFG are all beautiful Prestige members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Just know that it means the world to me that you guys are amazing members, and thank you very much for keeping up with this and for keeping this channel alive. Okay, just know that it means a lot. And April's top supporters, Bravo7910, Kazmanta, my lovely girl, Zavi Uzumaki, Johnny Nara, The Mighty Zeno, Splash'em, Death Dawning 982, Zeke, River Archer 124, Rec Coates, Michael Riley, Brett Gillen, Old Mr. Cream Puff, Nate Smith, Mike Bogema, also known as Elwin Stormwalker, Ty Rutherford, Fearless Ninja, I'm a Boxhead, Rogue Assassin, and Shroot. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much. And if you want to get into this list, all you got to do is like, share, and subscribe. Drop a tip via link in the description of the video. Send super thanks on YouTube. Join as a channel member. Or, you know, support the streams, guys. I'd appreciate that. But anyway, let's get back to combat. So for those of you who don't want to see the combat showcase, you've already probably left by now. But for those of you that are interested, let's go fight a behemoth at first that is 5 levels higher. So we'll go toward the quill shot so I can demonstrate this in action. Now, as always, I recommend combat against behemoths that are only 3 or 4 levels higher. Going beyond 5 levels is detrimental to your hunting, because as much as it shows that, wow, you're great and this build works great, the XP is capped at 5 levels above you, so there's no sense in fighting too far above your level. It's better to get a faster killing time and just fight those that are like 3 to 4 levels above you. Yeah? Okay, so how this build plays, well, you take hits, don't even worry about it, because nothing is dependent upon you playing flawlessly. So don't be afraid to take hits. And when you take hits, just know that you can lifesteal back. That's okay. But you want to try and dodge attacks where possible. Why? To trigger Tempest. Alright? And of course, do stun down the behemoth where you can. Now what I like to do is, even though the other combos are faster, like the upward swing combo is faster, if I don't feel like it, I just won't upward swing. Because why bother? I can, like this hammer, it allows me to go ham. Hammer, ham. Oh, bad puns. But basically, that's all I do. See? And while the parasitic, debuff, in a sense, is active, I'm just life-stealing back constantly. Now, of course, you don't want a situation where you're too out of sorts. Like, you don't want a situation whereby, like, you're not life-stealing back too much. But if it's 5 levels above you, you can handle this real easy. Alright? Now we're going to go to a creature that's about 7 levels above us, and we're going to demonstrate the difference. It's actually, yeah, as you can see, there's still bugs everywhere. God damn it, Dauntless. You guys really screwed the pooch on everything. But thankfully, I'm around to make your shit game interesting. Alright, let's go to the Shockjaw Nezaga, and I'll demonstrate again. Now, this is going to be a much tougher fight. Number one, why? Because I'm really, really not very good with the hammer. I'm actually terrible with the hammer, so me not being a hammer main means that my technique and skills are not quite good. But I will still try to demonstrate the best possible combat that I can deliver. So I do apologize if my skills are kind of lacking. Alright, I'm really not a hammer main. Try and knock this thing down. Oh, I failed miserably. Sorry. Now you'll see that the damage that you take from this kind of situation is huge. Alright, as compared to the previous scenario. And that's also because you're dishing out less damage. So just know that against a creature about 7 levels above you, you're going to have a rough time. Which is why, unless you are highly specialized in the weapon like me, I'm highly specialized in chain blades to the point that even, I would say 8, 9 levels above me does not present a problem. With the hammer, I'm kind of noob. All I know how to do is swing. So although my build can carry me up to 5 levels higher, proving, of course, that it is a good build, I am not good enough to do anything beyond that. But you'll see that the creature itself, assuming that, you know, you don't absolutely fail at fighting, the creature itself will be relatively low on health. So just know that, okay? And now, sorry, I'm going to concentrate a little bit, so I'm going to slow down my talking. But, oops. Gosh darn it. Got hit by a little ball. What you want to do is you want to try and maintain the Mighty Landbreaker buff as much as possible. So if you don't maintain it, you'll deal a lot less damage, which means less lifesteal, and overall just less successful combat. Now, dealing with the Shockjaw Nezaga, as you can see, can be a bit difficult, but it's also, you know, part and parcel of, you know, getting good. So usually I just tank through a lot of its attacks, especially if I'm going to use something like the hammer, because as I mentioned before, I'm not very good. But again, the situation, as I mentioned, with the 5 levels above you is like you should not even run into any difficulties. Once it gets to about 7 levels above you, you're going to run into difficulties if you're not very skillful. Alright? So just to demonstrate one more time, we're going to go fight that Scrave. Now, Scrave is only 5 levels above us. Again, you'll see the difference, and that's because the level gap means that your resistances are very much lower than the behemoth's power. Even the Slayer's Path cannot compensate for behemoths that are way above your level. That, you see, a lot of people misunderstood why I used to do those fights at level 1 versus like level 8 or 9 behemoths. The main reason for those is because at that level, all right, at level 1, your Slayer's Path is compensated for a lot of the missing resistances, so you can go a little bit ham. But again, there is no point in you doing that because it serves literally no purpose. So what you want to do is always be fighting behemoths about 3 to 4 levels higher. Even 5 levels is extreme. Of course, you'll be able to smoke it easily, but still, it's kind of pointless, and you wouldn't want to do pointless things, would you? You know? I was trying to tell people, why would you want to do something pointless? Kind of a waste of your time. And your teammates. If you're playing with teammates. If you're playing alone, then you're only wasting your time, which I guess is fine. And as you can see, this behemoth is already down half health and only just enraged, so now we get the additional benefit of giving him a whacking. Oh, almost fully down. Rage Hunter is surprisingly useful, to be fair. And yeah, there you go. Scrave is dead. So as long as you're running this build, again, I know it may not make much sense that 3 defensive cells can still produce a lot of power, but the results speak for themselves, and there are no escalation buffs here. I haven't taken a single potion. I don't mind showing that to you guys. Okay? Just to prove that there's nothing shady going on. No potions have been taken. Alright? The build is exactly the same as what I showed you. I didn't somehow use sleight of hand while the thing was loading to change stuff around. You would have heard it. But no, the build is exactly what I've shown you. So ladies and gents, enjoy this. Alright? I hope you enjoy smacking down behemoths with the Rage Hunting Hammer. Alright? And if you like my content, like, share, and subscribe. Drop a tip via link in the description of the video. You want to keep the channel running. Send super thanks on YouTube. You can join as a channel member. And thank you very much for supporting me. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Bye-bye.